Evening Beer Fan TV, welcome. Tonight's video is all about Palm, the ale, Belgian ale, on the Perfect Draft. If you all know what I think of it, if I think it's worth buying, give you my viewpoint on it, tune in, get yourself a beer, chair, food, whatever you want. Let's get on with it. I think we've all tried to get a sneaky beer away from the missus. I don't think I've quite tried that. But let's see if Palm is worth it. First off, you saw it poured. You've seen a little video of it, no doubt. This is it in the glass. I actually got the glass itself from, I want to say Garage Beer, Garage Bar. They do some pretty good glasses. I'm not saying they're the best, but they've all been alright for me. The only thing with them is they're quite expensive on delivery. So check the price of the glass, look at the delivery and make sure it's worth getting from them. There will be other people. The beer itself. So I purchased it from Perfect Draft. Now, as of today, and the date is literally Sunday the 18th of September, you can buy a keg for £34.90 from Perfect Draft. Now, you used to be able to use discount codes. Some people have 10% off, some people don't. You can get a £5 keg return. Some people have that, some people won't. So let's just base it on the price of what the actual keg is today, which is £34.90. Now, £34.90, you're going to get 10 pints out of it, 10.5 pints, but let's allow half a head and spillage or whatever it might be. And it does pour quite a head on it. It dissipates quite quickly. But £34.90, you're looking at basically the best part of £3.49 a pint, which isn't bad. So I would always then normally look at what I'm paying for that pint, and I would then go back and I would look at what's it going to cost me to get it in the bottle. And then you're probably going to come to the same problem I had. It's very hard to find in the bottle. Now, I do have a bottle of it, but I bought it in a mixed Belgian ale beer keg set, whatever you want to call it, from Beer Hawk towards the turn of the year. And I'm yet to crack it open. I need to check the sell-by date on it, or the best before date. So £34.90 for the keg. Now, it's not the cheapest keg, but it's not exactly the most expensive either. I'd say this is probably mid-range of keg. And £3.50, for a pint of this isn't bad. You're going to struggle to find a decent pint of £3.50s nowadays. I mean, the other day I was in a pub near me, and a pint of Guinness costs £4.95. A decent pint is going to cost you £5 if not more. So £3.50 isn't actually too bad. And you haven't got to get dressed up. You can just sit home and drink it. Win, right? Other than that, what is it? It's a Belgian ale. And those of you that might be new to the Perfect Draft, so you're looking at some of these going, what the hell is this? I've never seen it. Is it worth getting? There's 60 odd kegs on the Perfect Draft. And if you've spent £200, £300, £400 on a beer machine, you've got to work your way through every single one of those kegs at some point. Now, in my opinion, some of these kegs are, I would knock back further down the queue, if that makes sense. So kegs like your Becks, your Budweisers, that kind of stuff, you can easily accessible, and the taste difference in quality of beer isn't big enough for you to go out and put it in your Perfect Draft. My advice is go and try the other stuff before you get to that. But Palm is quite hard to find, and you can't get it in your supermarket. So first off, smell-wise, not a lot coming on it from the nose, I'll be honest. Not a lot. Taste-wise. Now, this has had mixed reviews. I know Rate My Beer, they didn't really like it too much. I've just been watching a live stream of Baz, All the Beer No Idea. Go watch his videos. Go meet him on his videos. He's fantastic. He's a lovely guy. He was kind of umming and ahhing on it. Now, I've had this keg in for a few days. I've had it. The beer itself in taste, there's not a lot of carbonation in that. I don't know if the camera's going to pick that up. Let's have a look. There you go. It's not very carbonated. It's quite dark in colour. It comes, when it's poured, it does come with a head, but it dissipates quite quickly. It's just off-white. So it does dissipate quite quick. So basically, means oxidation is going to hit the beer quite quick. So I think you've got to be quite quick with it. And that's why I think the glasses themselves that you get for the beer are quite small. So, mixed reviews. Some people like it, some people hate it. I think from having this the other day, this goes brilliant with meat. So, you know, a nice steak or something like that, this is amazing. You really get those caramel sort of flavours coming out of it. It's actually really, really nice, really enjoyable. And it's one of those beers that you can have more of. Now, most Belgian ales are going to be quite strong. Your quacks, that kind of stuff. They're going to be really high. You can probably have 2 or 3, or it's an end of a night thing, like a cap of the night. And you'll have a few. You'll have one maybe. If you have more than one, you might be feeling it the next day. I've made that mistake before. My brother has sat on a bar stool in Belgium drinking, I can't remember which one it was now. But anyway, yeah, he ended up on his arse. So, first-hand experience. But this is 5.2%. So it's definitely something you can have more than one of. Now, some people, you know, everyone's a bit different. Everyone's drinking habits are different. Some people have 1 or 2 every day. Some people have more than that. But someone like myself, I don't drink every day. But when I do drink, I like to have more than 1. Sometimes 2 or 3. I like to watch the football. I'm watching the darts at the moment, that kind of thing. I like to have a couple of beers while I'm doing it. This kind of thing is perfect. If you're a Belgian ale fan, so you like Belgian ales, I think you're going to quite enjoy this. You'll see this is more of a session type beer. And when you talk about lagers, beers like that, the Germans do them so well. The purity law, brilliant on it. When it comes down to a great ale, Belgian ale, Belgium, they do them fantastic. And again, I think it's the same with this. I think if you're buying this for £34.90, there's nothing wrong with it, because you can't buy it in your supermarket. It's what your PerfectDraft, point in the right direction, it's what your PerfectDraft is there for. If you've got it in a PerfectDraft Pro, the app says set your temperature to 6 degrees, or just hit the auto select button. If you're drinking it in the normal machine, it's going to be fine at 3. But there's nothing wrong with you pouring it, leaving it on the side maybe for 90 seconds to a minute before you start, or 2 minutes before you start drinking it. The temperature in the room will help warm the beer and you'll get the same flavours. I think, look, the Germans do great lagers. You can't go wrong. And I think as far as Belgians go with ales, they do them very well. And this one, in my opinion, is a good one. It's one you must put on your list. It's one you've got to try. You can't buy it in your supermarket, not as far as I'm aware anyway, to try before you buy. There's nothing to really necessarily compare it against unless you buy a pack from someone like Beerhawk or Beers of Europe or someone similar. You're not really going to find it. But this is where the PerfectDraft just comes into what it does best, and that is beers you can't buy on your doorstep, you can't get from your local shop, something you'd have to order. You get them on draft and you can just enjoy 10 pints of it in the comfort of your own home. You know, this is the perfect thing if you're introducing a friend to PerfectDraft to have on there, because they can't get this anywhere else, and that's the beauty of it, and that's what it does so well. So in my opinion, it's a yes, you must try them all. I think this is a good one to get in. To me, it's 5.2%. You can have a few of them, you genuinely can. And also, it's not crazy on strength, but it is good on flavours. It's not massively bold, but you will get caramel. And if you really want to enjoy this beer, get yourself some meat in, get a steak. It tastes great with any of those type of darker meats, something like that. It's amazing. And you can really, it's really enjoyable. It's not too rich. Like sometimes, you know, like the Guinnesses or stuff like that. If you have that and then food, it can be a bit hard, difficult to get back on it again. This you can enjoy with the dinner, and you can have a couple afterwards as well. So highly recommended. If you've got a PerfectDraft machine, you're looking at something to put in there as a bit of a wild card, don't skip it. It's a good one, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of it in the comments below, but we'll see you on the next one. Thanks very much.